Here we've got a brand new delivered Nova from Hobby King. It's November 7th today, and although the aircraft seems to do fine, the gimbal is giving me some fits. And what I mean by that is if I try to bring it up any further, you get that. Now, as you notice here, we've got the pot just a hair off, and this is what we get. So we bring it back to center, and it comes back. But that's as high as it'll go, and now it'll still bob its head. Notice it's still coming up, and there it's twitching. And you gotta turn it down a little bit in order to get it to do what it's supposed to do. So now it does its thing. But it's like the endpoint adjustments are off, and you can't get it right. The roll is so sensitive that just touching the control is enough to make it freak out. I mean, look at the adjustment there. aux1 is my roll. And we're just going to barely touch it the other direction. I mean, we are not even a quarter of one tick, and we're all the way over. So it's like there's some gains somewhere that just aren't right. So I've been playing with the settings on the bottom here for V1 and V2. They don't seem to have any effect. What I did notice is that the light there is green and yellow lit. Now, there's a button on there, FN, which I have no clue what that is because the instructions doesn't say. But if you press and hold that button and then power up the aircraft, you get a solid green once it's finished initializing. But if you just turn the aircraft off, turn it back on, it goes back to that amber or green and yellow. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong here to cause this to do that. Now, reading online, RC Forum's 500-page forum or 500-page topic is so unnavigable. You can't get anything out of that thing because you can't search it. And Hobby King, of course, is useless. I'm not sure what to do with it. Now here we'll go the full range. As you see, if I go back the other way, so there's one extreme, and then the other extreme. We get about 90 degrees out of it, but the endpoints are off. I'm not sure how to calibrate that. I had it hooked up to Mission Planner to see if there was any calibration on these pots, to see what they're reading. I don't even see the readings on them. So I'm really curious if somebody can help out here. I've done the remote calibration. I've set up the airframe. I mean, the airframe flies fine. It's just this gimbal. And hooking up auxiliary power, essentially what you get is this. With the radio turned off, that's what you get. And as you see, it comes up further, like it's trying to. But it just can't hold its head up. That's what it seems like. It seems like it's low on power. With auxiliary power, you get no difference, so I can't assume that. I've taken the battery out of the GoPro to see if it just was too heavy for it, but I've seen plenty of other people use it just fine. Many people used it without any auxiliary power, few with, so I'm a bit stumped, but I'm trying to get this thing to where I can get a range of just enough to possibly catch the tip of the rotors in the picture when needed, and then for the rest of the time just flight forward and as close to straight down as possible. So if anyone could help, Please do. Appreciate it. Would be useful.